Hello and welcome back to a new Garage of Dad. And there's a rule at the garage, one car out, one car in. And we've just sold the MX-5 because there's a bit of work to do to it and it's just going to take a while, and it's just been sitting for 2-3 years, so I think it's just got to go. It's a shame because I'd like to have done a few Targa events with it, but I'm trying to get the Audi going, trying to get the TT sorted. However, it's gone, and I'm replacing it with another car, and you'll never guess what it is. And it's come as a little bit of a surprise to myself. Come and have a look if you want.
Go on. Nice and slow.
And yes, it's a Porsche Cayenne. And what on earth am I doing with this? I've no idea myself, to be honest. But there's a bit of a story to it, like all my vehicles. And this actually belongs to my friend, so it's not a barn find, and it's not a garage find either. He bought this about 2 years ago with the intention of running it on the road, and unfortunately it needed a few things. He put new tyres on it, he's put lots of other stuff on it as well, I forget. But he took it to a garage to get a lot of problems sorted, and it just cut out and it wouldn't start again. Occasionally it would start, but not all the times, and the garage man had a look at it. And if we go inside, he started stripping down the ignition and took the centre console out. We took that out just to get it out of gear so that it could put it in the trailer to get it back here. But he reckons it's electrical, which is a bit of a nightmare, and when that gets wet the connectors often corrode. And it does seem like a bad connection somewhere, because occasionally the ignition will come on, but unfortunately the battery's flat now. So I've got it back at the garage, and I'm just going to give it a good look over. I'm not going to say that I can sort it. It might be way beyond, I can't even get the Audi going, so this may be way beyond my league. So I'm just going to have a little look over it now. And apparently when I got it, it was immaculate, and I'll show you a picture here of when he bought it. And you can see that it was really smart, and the wheels are all smart, and the running boards were all clean. So it sat for, I think it sat for a year. It was MOT'd and then it wouldn't start. So it's got a lot of this sort of stuff in it, mould, and the headlamps need cleaned. The tyres are actually brand new, they're sort of mid-range Devante. It's got, at the garage, it's got 1 or 2 scuffs, but they should buff out. Some mould on the sills, that should clean up. Tyres on the back are good. A scuff there. I like the look of these from the rear more than I do the front. And I think it's got the later lamps on it. This is a private reg, so that'll be coming off. I obviously can't open the tailgate at the moment. The wheels have been, look like they've been, I don't know if they've been rattle canned, or quite like the colour though, so I could touch them up. But you put all new brakes on it, all new calipers, all new brake discs. That's one heck of a disc on the front. New calipers and pads, another new tyre. So it's all nice and straight. Quite tidy actually. I do actually quite like the look of these, and they're starting to look sort of classic, and it's a Porsche at the end of the day. I'm not sure what engine this is, I'll find out and I'll put it in the description. But apparently the engine runs absolutely fine. And wear on the inside, I'm not even sure how many miles it is, I'll have to have a look at the MOT. I mean, it's not too badly worn. Apparently these seats are ultra comfy. And in the back, it's got a little rip in the middle in the back. It's got new wipers there. And all this is stripped out. It looks bad just now, but I'm sure I'll be able to tidy all that up again once we put it all back together. So there you have it, the Porsche Cayenne. I'm just not sure if I can do anything with it, but I think in the first instance I'm just going to give it a wash, because if you give it a wash at least that you sort of feel better about it. And in my head I've got all sorts of things that are wrong with it, but hopefully it's something very simple. And I suppose ideally you need to get somebody with a snap-on system or a diagnostic tool, something like that. But I'm not sure about the Porsches. I think you either have to sign into a Porsche deal to get into do all these sort of things with it. And the garage that it was sitting, the guy there said that you can't get a hold of wiring diagrams for it. Not that I'm any good with wiring diagrams, I've no idea. But I think I'll look at all the obvious things first, you know, like all the earth connections and down in the footwell there where the water's supposed to gather, because I believe that's a common fault with them. I'll have a look down in there and see if there's anything obvious. Also things, you know, like I can't think off the top of my head, but there's little switches and the automatic lever as well. There might be switches in there that have been disconnected or not working, something like that. I've no idea. If any of you out there have got a Porsche Cayenne and I've got an idea, let me know. But I might have to go onto the forums to find out. So I've got Fraser coming down to sort out the MX-5. It's actually his car, and the guy's coming to pick it up. So he'll also have a look at this and probably have a laugh as well at what I've got next. But in the meantime, as I say, I'm going to give it a quick wash and clean it up and see what it's like. Well, the boys have arrived, so let's see what they think. What do you think? Oof, that's some motor.
For how big a car, it's packed right into the...
It is, aye. I wouldn't want to take the headlamp out. Fraser's new car, complete with exhaust blow. And it's a BMW 325i. That's him away now for a little trip to Edinburgh. He can't wait to get a go in it. Steps. Yeah, I've got all these needles to get out. All this stuff. Just a lot of dirt in the bottoms of the windows here, and then the doors. Just do all the door checks. All this sort of thing. Just the tyres as well, the wheels. Probably end up painting the wheels, I would think, along the runner board. The lights would need polished. It's just the same down this side. Dirty runner boards. There's a mankin back wheel. I don't think the back was too bad actually, just needs a bit of a clean, that's all. What my Hoover can cope. A bit behind the wiper. best car wash money can buy. Fairy liquid. This is the detergent. Just gave us better. How much? Given the sack already, I was using more, what is it?
Alloy cleaner.
Alloy cleaner on the bodywork.
Yeah, melt the paint. Because I've run out. Well, I have to say that's absolutely shining now. It's come up really well. Really chuffed with that. I'll do. I think what I'm going to say. Well, that's it done, and as I say, I'm really pleased with it. It just makes you feel a wee bit better when you wash it, and gives you a bit more hope for being able to fix it. I hope it fixes as easily as we managed to wash it. We've got to get into it. We plugged in a new battery before, and the ignition lit up but it wouldn't start, and I got the boys to listen for the relays clicking, which they did. So maybe there's not enough power getting to the starter from the battery, because it was just a new battery that I had for the Audi. My friend said that he bought a new battery for it, and that's what was in the car, but it had gone flat and I can't seem to charge it, so I'm doing a little trick just now to try and get it charged up. But I think it's going to be like the BMWs, it needs to be fully charged to get all the modules going to get it started, so I'm hoping that's what it is. Apparently the air conditioner outlet, water outlet, floods the carpet, and the wires down here can corrode, causing shorts apparently. Which can affect it in all sorts of ways. One in particular is that there's no ignition and it won't start. So I'm going to take this carpet up now. It's not a job for today, I think we've done enough today, and have a look under there and just check to see if there's any breaks in the wire. I think we're just going to call it a day and head away down the beach for a run. So if you like the video, thumbs up, keep watching. Hopefully I'll be able to get this going, and also the Audi at the same time. I don't know which is going to be more difficult, either this or the Audi. Might get none of them going or both of them going, you never know. But thanks for watching, we'll see you soon.